Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Lorna Slater has two big problems of deniability. First of all, she's denying how big her ego is in comparison to her ability. And secondly, she's denying how small Scotland is on the world stage, particularly when it comes to emissions. What people fail often to realise is that China alone produces more of the sort of carbon output of the planet than the whole of the Western world combined. And she seems to think that by doing some small thing in Scotland, it's going to save the world. No, if you want to save the world, we need to stop buying stuff from China. But that's hard for her because she has this very, very tiny mind. She really is that stupid. And so she's making claims that if we need to be braver and bolder and deliver for climate. And what she doesn't realise, of course, is you could close the entirety of Scotland down tomorrow and never make another thing. And it would make precisely bugger all difference to the world. Scotland doesn't matter. It's far too small. China is the problem. India is second. Those two account for 75% of the world's problems when it comes to climate. Tell me again what the people of Scotland can do? Let's have a look at this, because she's gone on a little rant in the Edinburgh News and is starting to say, hey, people of Edinburgh, you can do your bit. Nobody knows why. It's absolutely pointless. Here goes. So she says we all need to be braver and bolder to deliver for our climate. Well, here's the thing. I say it makes no difference, but actually it does make a massive difference. Just not to the climate. But in terms of providing for your families, having a viable future for the country, having an actual economy, actually having the facilities with which to run a society, such as law and order, healthcare, things like that, you do need an economy, and you need an economy to grow. The trouble with Lorna is she's so very, very stupid. And I don't just mean your general low level, a bit thick kind of person you find average on the street. I mean exceptionally stupid. I mean stand and point to her on the street and say, hey kids, you'll never see a woman as stupid as that in your life. Stupid. I mean needs to be taken in and studied by psychologists and psychiatrists and people who know about the human mind to work out how one human being is so stupid that they cannot fully function as a human being. Literally doesn't know how to operate a banana. That's the level of stupid we're talking about. Because she seems to think that by closing down all the industry, by not having growth, and by, totally destroying everything that Scotland does, will somehow, weirdly in her world, make a difference. No. What you'll have is poverty, hunger, misery, lawlessness, complete breakdown of society, no healthcare, no education, people locked into lives living in little, basically back to cavemen, foraging for food, while she sits there in her ivory towers going, oh, look at me, I'm saving the planet. Meanwhile, China will open up another 26 coal-fired power stations and not give one flying iota of a care to what Scotland does. This is the problem with these people. They are literally that stupid that they're dangerous. Anyway, it was a truly international and generational movement, with more than 1 million young people across 125 countries leaving their classrooms to campaign for our climate. They marched in hope. And this, of course, was the let's all go on strike to save the world. How much difference does it make to the world? None. Right. If you want to save the world, stop buying shit from China. So anyway, she said, consider this. A protester who was 13 then will be old enough to vote in this year's election. But what will they be thinking? They'll be thinking it's pointless. It's made no difference. It's never going to make a difference. And no matter how many little trolls from Scandinavia you pull out who can go, I dare you, how dare you? I'm suffering from mental conditions. I've been bullied into this by my parents. I'm going to travel the world by boat. It doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. It is child abuse what they've done to Greta Thunberg, but now she's an adult, so we can have a go at her finally. This is a woman as the result of fetal alcohol syndrome. This is a woman who is very low IQ and who does not understand anything. She's uneducated. She's unqualified. She stands there and goes, look at me with my big moon face going, oh, I don't like the world because of things. Well, tough shit, love. The fact is, you're still alive. And for that, you need to thank industry, pharma, energy companies. Because without them, love, you wouldn't even be here. So next time you sit there and go on about all these evil things, just think, hey, whole generations of my family exist purely because of industry, purely because of the world we have. These people are dangerous. Anyway, despite the damage, she says there's glimmers of hope. I see them every day in my role as a government minister, a role you shouldn't have considering how few votes you got. There are great climate and nature projects in almost every part of our country, brackets, none of which matter one flying iota. So there are thousands of skilled workers and campaigners driving the change that will make no difference. Grassroots change is vital and unimportant, but the biggest and most urgent changes are systemic, and that can only be made by people voting the Greens out and stopping buying shit from China. I can't even go on with it. It's annoying me. I can't get over how stupid Lorna Slater is. She's beyond stupid. It just goes on, and it's her moaning and whining on about how we can make the difference. We can't. We literally can't. If you close down the whole of Scotland, it would make so little difference. It would be immeasurably small. And here's the thing. They're not talking about, close the whole of Scotland down. They're saying, well, we'll just take the whole of Scotland. And then instead of that, we'll just take, not all the industry, not the offices, just take the houses. Then on the houses, what we'll do is we'll take out the gas in those houses, which is vaguely a clean-ish kind of power source. And then what we'll do is take the gas out there, and then we'll burn gas over here to generate electricity, which then goes here, which we have to use a lot more energy in electricity to heat those houses. It won't heat the houses enough, so people have to use more heaters, which uses more energy, which means we have to burn more gas and shit over here. So that, hey, look, we can pretend that we're saving the planet. Do you know how much difference it makes? None at all. It probably makes things worse. Especially when you consider that to dig all this shit out for all the materials you need is one machine burns 1,000 litres of oil a day. And that's these machines digging the shit out. Rather than taking the stuff that's already there, already costed in, already built, and carrying on with it. Lorna Slater, a bear of very little brains. I cannot get over this. I'm stopping. It's annoying me and I'm going to get angry. How do these people function? I literally do not know. They need to be tested. They need to have their faculties tested. And if they fail, then they should be thrown out. They should never be allowed to hold authority. Literally too stupid to function. And they sit there and they pontificate. Listen to me. I'm an MSP and I know everything about everything because I'm Lorna Slater and I'm a genius. No, Lorna, you are a moron. I would even suggest retarded. There needs to be a home. The sunny side home for the politically insane. And you can start putting them all in there. Bonkers. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. I will speak to you later. Bye.